Well, the life of a Conservative cabinet minister. You get to live like royalty, and you only ever have to apologize once you've been caught. Like, what's with this predilection for limousines? They're cutting border services, they're cutting food inspection, they're shortchanging seniors, but the cabinet ministers are not cutting back on the limousines. Over $600,000 in standby in just 1 year. How can they have the nerve to tell Canadians the cupboard is bare while these ministers' front benches are stuffing themselves on perks and entitlements?
The honourable member should know that we're always looking for reasonable ways to make sure that government lives within its means and that we're reasonable to the taxpayers. But I think the honourable member and his party should know that we are living by the rules. When we have collective agreements with workers, we apply those collective agreements, including overtime, Mr. Speaker. And in this case, our ministers are working long hours for the economy, long hours for jobs, long hours for the people of Canada, and sometimes that means a little bit of overtime by the drivers.
The honourable member for Timmins-James.
Mr. Speaker, all Canadians work long hours, and they don't expect to get personal chauffeurs, but they do expect that cabinet ministers will treat their taxpayers' dollars with respect. Now, the Muskoka minister himself had a driver on standby for 360 days. How is that reasonable? Mr. Speaker, when is this government going to rein in this outrageous sense of entitlement? Because for crying out loud, even Batman drives his own car.
The Honourable President of the Treasury Board.
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member is mixing apples with oranges. My driver was not paid for 360 days of overtime. I can assure the House of that. But what we are doing is looking at the picture of drivers and their cars and making sure that we can have a reasonable approach to this. So if the honourable member has a suggestion, which would apply to his leader as well, I might add, I'm sure we'd have no disagreement on that, then we'd be prepared to look at it. But to drag us through the mud, as the honourable member does, time and again. Last time he threw allegations at me, the Speaker, you, Mr. Speaker, found no cause for that, and still waiting for his apology for that.
Yeah.